bit long, but I'm here. I think I'm gonna mute. Let me mute my phone so notifications don't make noise. There we go. All right, we're just gonna, I see TikTok, we've got a few people on. We're just gonna wait for a few people on YouTube. So guys, we are streaming both on TikTok and YouTube. You guys let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. If you want to be part of the audience, I will be able to bring you up via TikTok. I've got an extra mic that you'll be able to speak. So once you come up on TikTok, the people on YouTube will be able to hear you out. I've got very interesting topics that I want to discuss. But while we're waiting for people to come up, there's something that I actually wanted to share with you guys. So somebody was asking me, Uncle P, how do you go about setting up your content and just coming up with everything that you do come up with? Well, guys, it's quite hectic. Evening, Uncle P, Mr. Bull's Kid. Good evening, good evening. Oh yeah, I forgot on TikTok you can actually invite people. Let's see. Okay, let's invite people via WhatsApp first. On the status. Okay, I wonder if the TikTok live didn't stop. Okay. Guys, I'm just sharing the live stream. Please share the live stream to as many people as you can. Uncle P, how far? What's happening? Sorry, guys. I'm going to be a bit delayed on. Okay, let me open here so I can be able to read the comments much faster. Especially the comments from YouTube. Okay. Okay, evening, Uncle P. Uncle P, how far, my brother? I am sorry about that accent, Yingi Bullet. You know what's the funny thing? Every time somebody writes something in a Nigerian accent, you have no choice, but when you read it, you actually change your own accent. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That is so wrong. Like, that's so wrong. Let me set you up on my TV. Come on now. Look at people setting me up on their TVs. Okay, guys, quick one. So we've got 19 people on YouTube. My YouTube followers, subscribers are legit. Like, they don't even play. But we hear, oh my gosh, look at people from back in the days inviting Miss Shaina to join as a guest. So first of all, somebody asked me a question, and the question they asked me is, how do I usually set up for like my show and everything? So first of all, what you guys are currently seeing is a green screen. Behind me, there's literally a green screen. That's why you see there's like green layouts on me. I do also have a white screen, a black screen, which I kind of, it depends on what I'm shooting. And then I've got lights that are on top, and then I've got others at the bottom. I didn't switch on the bottom ones. That's why you're able to see the green as I move. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it. It just gets too bright and it gets too hot in here. So I use that mostly for recording. Now, when it comes to actually researching for content, it all depends on what direction I'm currently taking. So usually I find myself wanting to educate more than to bring drama. But drama seems to be the one thing that people seem to want more than the actual educational videos. But recently I've noticed that my new subscribers, they are much more mature. They want more of the educational videos. They want the videos much longer. They're watching the videos much longer. So that's why I've adjusted the podcast. Goody Maddox said, Hrutman Uncle P, hey. Joyce Matabi said hello. Hi, Joyce. Lucas Shadung said, happy to see you, my man. We are together. And then, by the way, I'm from Flos Floras. Muslaf, you are just down the road here. You're not far. I am in an area called Sunny Rock, around Bedford View, Edenville, Germiston. Like, I'm in the middle of all of them. So you're not that far. So, guys, one of the things that I do when I'm preparing for a show is I literally write everything down. I literally write everything down. So the red pen. Oh, wait, hold on. TikTok can see this. Okay, now YouTube can see it. The red pen basically tells me things that I really need to focus on. The black pen is what I was supposed to say. So I'm not exactly going to say it because I'm not reading, but it gives me an idea of what I wanted to say. And then there's like little red marks, which is times. So these times basically show me the video that I'm talking about, when I wanted to stop the video and have a comment and so forth. So like the current show that I'm preparing for Thabo Mbeki and Fikile Mbulula, that show that I'm preparing, it's quite long, you see. So that's already gone on the 3rd page, and I have not even yet, I'm not even halfway. So that show is going to be almost an hour. Hopefully you guys watch it, because it's going to take a lot to edit. I'm probably going to sleep like 3-4 o'clock in the morning editing it. But yeah. I know that place. I'm in Cape Town. Mr. Bulski says I'm in Cape Town. Welcome, guys. Guys, I truly truly appreciate the support and the love that you guys are showing the channel, that you guys are showing the content. Thank you very much. Cheers to you guys. I'm having apple juice. Apple juice. Apple juice. Yeah, you cook judging from your preparations, Master Chef. Wolf said hi. Okay, so guys, quick one. Let's go. Now, why is Uncle P sadly hosting a live stream? Yeah, my friend. What? Someone says on TikTok, someone says, you can't prove it. You are not here to taste it. It is apple juice. Guys, behave. It's apple juice. Uncle P has never lied to you guys. Like, let's digress. Okay, so Aubrey Moyo, how you doing, brother? Uncle P, where you've been? Guys, Becky, I've been here, guys. I just don't host live streams. It's very exhausting. Between shooting YouTube content and actually editing it, that's like literally 4 to 6 hours of my day that it's gone. Between the research and everything, that's 10 hours. So it's a lot of work. So yeah, it's pretty exhausting, and I'm a very present dad. So like when my kids are around, especially when it's my week with the kids, I shut down. I make sure that I record when the kids go to sleep. I edit or sleep late. I wake up in the morning, take them to school, go to the gym, come home, try to record, edit, get some sleep, pick them up, and it's all about them. So it gets a bit hectic to host live streams, but I want to make it a regular thing. I want us to have like maybe a Friday, Saturday kind of a setup where we have live streams and we just discuss everything that we spoke about during the week. By the way, I'm watching from Queenstown, Eastern Cape. Come on now, Eastern Cape in the house. I was in Parkland when the other Mercedes-Benz GLC was impounded by the mayor of Cape Town. I see you. I just had put the Belgium versus Spain game on hold. Guys, listen. I literally started this. Listen, first of all, we don't care about the World Cup. Oh, look at baby girl Angel on TikTok. Hey, Uncle P, I hope you're good. Long time, my uncle. I am good. I'm good, baby girl. Nom 2 said, have you heard that British Dondana is arrested in Kempton Park tonight? Guys, listen. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. But first, let me go to the World Cup, guys. Quick one. So currently, you see, this is the one thing that I want you guys to really avoid. Nigerians are a problem. Nigerians are a bloody problem. So currently, Nigerians are spreading this rumor that Morocco football minister made a statement where he was like, he wants nothing to do. Morocco does not represent Africa. Morocco represents Morocco, blah, blah, blah. I think all of you have seen that. Guys, that is a lie. Okay? First of all, there is no article, there is no video or anything of the Morocco sports minister saying that. You see the problem of Nigerians now. When they are kissing your ass, when they are licking your ass, and you don't respond accordingly, they get sour. They get bitter, you know? So now they're out there just lying about Morocco. Guys, please. I know South Africans don't care. South Africans don't have the ability to hate. But for the rest of Africa, for those ones that have seen this, and if you notice, it's only Nigerians who are making this noise. Go check it, guys. Enjoy your juice when Uncle P evening from the east of Pretoria. Hey, guys. Uncle P, my malume guy. Ah, man, you know what? Now I'm getting emotional. My YouTube subscribers are in numbers. Guys, please don't forget to like and share the live stream. TikTok, you guys know your thing, man. Just keep clicking on the screen. I haven't done TikTok lives in a minute. They are like fake sour balls. Bro, listen. So these Nigerians are out there just making stories. They are lying about Morocco. Morocco, guys, don't go hit Morocco. Look, Morocco, I understand Egypt and Morocco when they are like, oh, we're not part of Africa. Guys, let's be honest. Being African, there's nothing to be proud about being African. Even South Africa, they say you don't like to act like Africans. Why do they say that? Because African behaviors, namasipa, it's masipa. So people are trying to avoid associating themselves with the word African, because once you associate yourself with the word African, the rest of the world thinks Nigerian. Straight. There's no, oh, maybe, no, straight Nigerian. You see, so now people are trying to run away from that association, because associating yourself with the word African, that's why you see Black Americans, they fight that shit when you say they're African, like, we don't know what you're talking about. Yous ain't us, we ain't yous. No, guys, it's tough out there. But you know, I always ask myself this question. Nigerians, with all this energy that they have online and all this masipa that they do, imagine if they took that energy and they actually put it in fixing their country. Yeah. But then again, they fear that old man to know. Look, guys, I promise you, go watch, I think it's the episode I just shot recently. Yeah, the last video I made. It speaks about of how, it's the one that I just shot recently now. Let me look for it. Give me a second, guys. Where's my YouTube studio? This is my YouTube studio. The episode that I just shot, it's called Understanding Nigerians. Yeah. Please go watch that video, Understanding Nigerians, this one here. Let me see if I can show you guys on the screen. Go watch, hold on. Go watch that. Yeah, guys, go watch that. I can see TikTok. You guys are seeing this clear. YouTube, the green screen is messing around a bit. But yeah, go watch that video. That video will show you how Nigerians, and not just Nigerians, West African, and even us, Angolians, we are groomed to obey, to be submissive without question. And you know, when you look at the Bible speaks about free will, where you have the choice to choose. So your father is a drunkard and he beat you as a child. And as you grow up and you become a father yourself, you choose to be different from your father. Now, that is an ability that South Africans have. That's an ability that West Africans don't have. So however you were groomed by your father, you are literally attached with that thing. It doesn't leave you. So even when you go to Europe, you go to South Africa, wherever you go, you take that very same mentality. Now, that is the issue that we have. And this is why I wanted to do this live stream. Now, recently it's not even recently. We've heard this before, but nobody really pays attention to it. South Nigerian. Now, a lot of you have heard of South Nigerian. And I know my viewers, they hate when I say, like, Uncle P, please, can you just stop saying South Nigerian? Because in a lot of episodes, I've been saying South Nigerian a lot, and people are just annoyed with me saying it. Somebody says, Uncle P, will always hate, sip that juice. How many? Uncle P, watching from King Williamstown, Eastern Cape. King Williamstown, Eastern Cape, welcome. We should change our country's name because there is Africa. Maybe we should call it Piano Hub South Africa. Piano Hub. You people behave. You know the problem with South Africa, lad. The problem with South Africa, no matter what you are going through, You guys would literally be sitting at home. There's no food. The water has been cut. There's no electricity, but somehow you will find humor in your situation and laugh. Guys, sometimes learn how to get South Africa. Learn how to get angry. You guys even toy with happiness. Guys, you're toy against against foreigners, but you're toy with joy. Like South Africa, like, I'm sorry. The problem is now you got it's a tough one. That's why I'm pleading to foreigners who truly believe in this country and who can see the masipa that other foreigners are doing to fight for South Africans. South Africans are tender. South Africans don't like drama. Guys, they'll be angry. They'll be and then tomorrow, like, okay, so guys, what we meant was, so just behave now. South Africans laugh at their problems. The problem, and you know why is this? This is because South Africans are okay with eating a quarter for dinner. South Africans are okay with eating amagwina for breakfast. We're not big-headed, big nose, masipa. Because you've been eating gari and iguisi soup your whole life, because you were forced, you've been eating sporty. Guys, they eat sporty. You guys need to go to my YouTube channel. Guys, listen, because they're used to eating sporty, when they come to a civilized country like South Africa, it becomes a problem. My friend, it becomes a problem. Now you are giving them beef from a cow. They don't know this. You guys don't understand. Some of these things, now you people take it for granted. This is the reason why you are having conflict with Nigerians. You are feeding them beef, pork. Now this nigga is used to eating sporty. He's used to eating Felix. Well, now you give him beef. Now his system is malfunctioning. He doesn't. Brother, alcohol. He doesn't know what to do. He's glitching. We are glitcher. That's how you see these people. No matter how much you feed them South African food, they will go back to eating their own food. And if you notice, guys, you know what? If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel and you don't watch the videos in full, you're missing out. You see their food, the reason they mix all the meat together, because they have to hide the fact that Spotty is there, Froggy is there. The three little pigs are there. Sometimes when I do my research on Nigeria, I'm like, nah, man. Nah. Ever since the creation of AI, I guess I refuse to believe things. Like, I will just look at it and be like, what level of poverty is this? Then you find out, apparently, there is something called multi-dimensional poverty. Multi-dimensional. So, Professor, poverty doesn't end in poverty. We are taught us we were poor. When I can afford these days, when I can afford a McDonald's, usually you buy McDonald's just for your children. You act like you don't like McDonald's. I'm getting emotional. You act like you don't like McDonald's. So you just buy for your children because it's 49, 99, 50 rand, 100 rand. You buy them too. You make the babies happy. And then there are those months where you can buy for yourself. You are happy. So, hey, let me behave. But guys, you need to understand. I keep telling you guys now, we are not the same. We are not the same, guys. We are honestly not the same. You are taking people that comes from an uncivilized nation, from a poverty that is called dimensional poverty. That means, guys, if you have AI, go Google dimensional poverty. That poverty means whether you are alive, you are poor. Whether you are dead, you are poor. Whether you go left, you are poor. Whether you go right, you are poor. Whether you go down, you are poor. Listen, whether you enter heaven or hell, you are poor. Multi-dimensional. That means your children's children will be poor. That means the sperm in you that is not yet produced as a child is already poor before you are even putting it into a woman. That means the womb of their Multi-dimensional. Guys, you know when I research multi-dimensional, the depth in which the poverty goes. Now, keep in mind, Nigeria is almost 300, 400. In fact, they don't have sensors. Because they don't have sensors, let's do them a favor. They are 500 million. Now, 186 million Nigerians have multi-dimensional poverty. South Africa. Currently, South Africa is 65 million in population, which we know is a lie. If you go to my YouTube channel, I've debunked this, it's a lie. There is way more than 100 million people in South Africa, and 30 million of them are foreigners. Go argue with your ancestors. So, they have 186 million South Africa. That is basically, if Nigeria was South Africa, that means the whole country. That means the level of poverty that South Africa will have, we will not even have Sporty, Felixy. Literally, that means even the cockroaches that just appear will not appear. They will be gone. Listen, guys, the level of poverty in these countries now, you see here in South Africa, you can go to certain areas. You don't even have to go to certain areas. Every morning I'm waking up to quack, quack, quack. And my birds making noise. In our countries, there are no birds. Those birds have listen, they've japad. Listen, those birds are like us. They leave the country. It's not safe. It's not safe. Right? Nigeria is worried about Boko Haram. The birds are worried about the Nigerians. Listen, it's not safe. In Nigeria, birds don't land, so the wings, they get tired. You see, and there's no breathing. So, hey, rather to just leave. Because you can't fly for the whole day. Because the moment you land on the ground, listen, the community, hey! My friends, listen. Yeah. Listen. You, South Africa, you know when they say you don't travel there, it's not that don't travel. South Africa, for your safety, don't travel. You will see things that will traumatize you. Therapy will be a big business in South Africa. Being a therapist in South Africa will be a big business. Don't travel. Listen, we are coming to your countries traumatized. I think what you guys need to start doing, from the airport when we enter, send us for therapy. Send us to therapy. Because, Robert, the things we have seen in our countries. Africa. Listen, it's, guys, you know, sometimes now, the fact that our countries believe in God the way they believe in God, it's very powerful. Because the things that we see, you have to question God, like, God, do you even love us? What did we do? But now, the question becomes, you think that because of that and everything that we have seen in our countries, when we enter into other people's countries, we'll have a different mentality. Why does that mentality not change? Because we have fear. The fear is we are fully aware that the countries that we are in is not our country. We know that one day you're gonna be hurtful, which you have become. So we have two choices, and everybody has a choice of behave and hope for the best, or save yourself, collect as much as you can, and leave when you can. And that's the mentality of the West African. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust the space in which they are in. So for them, it's best to collect, and if hell breaks loose, make a run for it. Now, let's talk about Abahambe. Is Abahambe a reality? No. South Africa, as much as we want this to be a reality, is not a reality. But should you stop? Definitely not. Please don't. I'll tell you why. So, the issue you have right now, there are a lot of legal foreigners in South Africa. And currently, the South African Constitution was created by foreigners to protect foreigners. What South Africa needs to understand is this. Your colonizers, unlike our countries, our colonizers colonized us and foot-tacked back to their countries. Because when we fought and we showed them what they left. We didn't really leave them with much choice. Okay, guys, I'm going to start accepting people from TikTok. But please switch off your mics and then we'll get into discussions. So, our white people completely left. And when they left, they took their investments. They were like, okay, we'll show you. We had full control of our own countries. We had all the resources. But we did not have the knowledge or the intelligence to be able to manage it. And also greed, corruption, our economies ended falling apart. Now, South Africa was like, hey, you know what, nah? We see you fools and buffoons what you did to your own countries. You got rid of your mulungus, now you are seeing flames. So, this is what we're going to do. Instead of shit where we eat, we are going to talk to these people who have the money and own the land and be like, hey, Buffett, bona, ne? Jelle, ons gaan together werk, ne? Sharp, ne? Sure. Jelle gaan doen jelle ting, ons gaan voedsek lapen, ne? But jelle gaan nie money, don't go to the beach, money, oh, you can't get this pollution, oh, you can't go to the, ons gaan live together, ne? Sharp. Agreement was made, everybody started living in peace. Oh, South Africa was a beautiful country. Everybody lived in peace, everybody lived in unity. Foreigners saw this, how South Africans were living with white people, Indians, everybody, just in unity. Like, that's nice. Let's go join them. Then they came here. They entered. They saw how nice you are. Look here, you Nigerians are so intelligent, but failing to challenge your own government. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, there's going to be people who are going to join the live stream who don't know who I am. And because of the beard, I think my head is also big and the flat nose, they're going to assume I'm Nigerian. So, yeah, I'm not going to debunk that. So, if you jump into the live stream and your assumption is that I'm Nigerian, hi, how far are they? But if your assumption is that I'm African, maybe Angolian, oi, estás bem? Sou angolano, falo português, mas, yeah, tá bom, não faz mal. Qualquer coisa que você quer falar, pode falar, Shapkunjan. Anyways, where were we? The problem with Abraham is this, né? ANC have been planning this for over 30 years. So, the problem South Africa is facing is you have these people that are called Algerians, and they are not only Algerians. You have even kids that are born from Malawians, even kids born from Mongolians like myself. And these children, as they grow up, depending on how their parents raised them, most of these children will remember 30 June, the same way you remember June 16. And these children are South African citizens. When they grow up and they start becoming the leaders of this country, that's where the problem is going to become. And this is the reason why I keep saying South Africa needs to change their constitution. The one thing that I do not agree with, I don't have my ID here. I have a South African ID and it's written citizen, and then by nationality says Angola. The one thing that I do not agree with, how is it possible that somebody can claim citizenship of a country? I don't agree with that. I don't think any country should give anyone citizenship of their country. And a child born of a foreign father is a foreigner because you are the seed of your father. So how is it that when you come to South Africa, a foreign child born out of a foreign parent with a South African woman is a South African? I was sitting there and I was thinking, this doesn't make sense. I've traveled the world. Everywhere you go, the child gets the identity of their father unless the father does not claim the child. Now I'm like, wait, this is weird. Now let's fast forward to, just 1 second, King, I'll bring you in. And then fast forward to recently when they authorized this whole thing of where men can get their wife's surname. I was like, now this shit makes sense. Imagine a Nigerian marries a South African, takes the South African's name, they have a child. How will you even know if that child is Algerian? That child is basically South African because that child is carrying a South African surname. And I'm like, fuck. Oh, shit, sorry, I can't swear. I'm like, F me yesterday. So these people's plan, it is to culturally contaminate South Africa to such an extent that you will not even be able to tell that these kids are foreigners. Tomorrow when they become your leaders and everything, go check the video I made. Check what is happening in Minnesota. How a whole state is being run by Somalians who are Americans, but they are Somalians. Where they are literally taking American taxpayers' money and sending it back to Somalia to fight Americans. Crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to open up the panel on TikTok. Let me give you guys a mic so that the guys on YouTube will be able to hear. Guys in the comment on YouTube, please let me know if you can hear the people from TikTok loud and clear, because I'm going to be bringing them up right now. Velo, how are you doing, sir?
Good evening, my boss.
Blessed King. Welcome to Uncle Peace Podcast.
You well? Good. Okay, I like the point that you just mentioned, right? So, the whole of the continent is under the master's control. And most of the people are refusing to admit that, right? They think they are independent. No, they are not. So what the master is doing is putting everyone in one little comfortable corner, which is South Africa, right? While they clean up the resources of the other ones at the top. You understand? This is what's happening. So that is why the constitution of South Africa is so messy that a man can marry and becomes a male wife. I don't know how to put it.
Becomes a male wife. Bro, it becomes a what?
Exactly. That is why in South Africa, you can become a Makoti, a male Makoti. You understand? So the constitution is designed so that everyone can flock in from the whole continent while they're cleaning up the resources at the top. You understand? Yes. At the moment, people are unalived in I'm going to speak about the most important country in Africa, the most important country in Africa. And this is the country that everyone in Africa should be fighting for. Congo, right? Congo. We are communicating now because of Congo. Without Congo, we couldn't be having these iPhones, these Samsungs, and so on.
Very true.
Right? Now, people are unalived there. People are unalived there. Kids are unalived there. Daily. But the focus is on
South Africa.
Xenophobia.
No, the focus is on us leaving the World Cup.
Yes. Now, correct. So keep the attention that side while we cleaning there. Now, you look at the adverts when you're watching maybe a World Cup. You look at the adverts. The cars are now EV cars, electronic vehicles, right? Where do you get the material from? Congo. But the focus is where? South Africa. Go and live in South Africa. Don't live in Congo. Don't focus on Congo. Don't focus on what's happening in Nigeria because we've got oil there. Don't focus ever because we've got coffee there. You understand? Focus where? South Africa. There's electricity. There's network. There's this. There's cars. There's roads. You understand? What you don't need actually. They give our leaders a paper in exchange of raw materials. Each and every country can print a currency for days, for years, but they are not allowed to. So, I'll tell you one thing, gentlemen. All over Africa, and I hope everyone is here. We missed a train in Kenya. When Kenyans were fighting their government, we missed that train. It was a fantastic train to climb on. We missed it. We watched it on the news. We talked about it. We never climbed on that train. Here's another train in South Africa. I challenge Lesotho.
Wait.
Swaziland.
Bra, we're gonna argue.
Angola.
You are talking about Lesotho. Okay, go.
I challenge Angola. I challenge Angola. I challenge Zimbabwe. Congo. Everyone at the top should climb this train. We should fight at the same time. Same slogan. Same war. And we should find the same person with a black suit that's telling us how much his tax is,
But boss, let me ask you this now. Let me ask you this now. When Burkina Faso made a decision to do what they did, who did they consult? Did they call South Africa? Did they go to social media? Or did we just suddenly know that Burkina Faso is taking over their country?
Yes.
You see the problem with most of these countries, like Nigeria, you need to understand it. The foundation is extremely important, which is education. Okay, and for I think South Africa, your problem is you possess so much Ubuntu that you don't see stupidity in people. You watch their movies and you just laugh. You think it's jokes. No, they are that stupid. What you are watching is really what is their reality. So what happens is this. You have the ability to decide between good and wrong. Okay? They don't care about good and wrong. They care about survival. So you have two different mentality. Their foundation is to survive. You see? And they are, look, that's why I keep repeating, guys. Go watch my YouTube channel, especially the video I did today. We are groomed to follow order and to be in line and not to question order. In the process of being groomed like that, we are then taught that if you succeed and you become wealthy, you can manipulate the system because you're going to be the big boy. This is the reason why becoming wealthy is a big thing with us. Like I said, South Africans, they don't care for wealth. They care for comfort. So that mindset on its own is already a problem. That's why you see when Burkina Faso decided to do what they did it on their own. It was a matter of changing the mindset of the people of Burkina Faso. So in order for Nigeria to change their ways, the people of Nigeria need to change their mindset. They recently did a strike. Tinubu must go. Tinubu must go because they were giving them rice and 5,000 naira. When last did you hear about that strike? They are quiet. They collected the rest of 5,000 naira. They went back to their mukokos in their shacks and they went quiet. Mindsets. The difference between them and South Africans is that although South Africa does not mind having little, they want to have that little with respect, with dignity. In our countries, nobody cares about respect and dignity. I want wealth, and I want wealth now so that I can be on top of everybody and I can shit on everybody. Mr. Crazy, how are you doing, sir?
Bosso.
The floor is yours. Talk to me, King. We are drinking apple juice today.
I've been eating my peanuts, my God. I'm eating peanuts.
Why are you eating peanuts? Who are you expecting over?
No, man, I've been listening to you guys, my God. You know, that guy who just left, man.
Yes.
He just hit me on the spot. He just hit it right on the spot. That's the thing that's happening right now, man. South Africans are living in comfort. And like, I'm from South Africa. I'm a South African. And I'm a Tswana. I'm not a Zulu because everyone knows only Zulus because of how they are fighting the system. And they are fighting the system like blood to blood.
Bros, hold on. Tell me something. The radio behind you, are you okay with switching it off?
Okay,
because the live stream is also on YouTube and the people on YouTube are listening to you so they can hear you clearly.
Okay,
please go ahead.
Like I was saying, this guy who just left the platform, the guy was on point. And I like it because of he's not talking about for us or for South Africans and for other people. I like it the way he said he invite everyone. You know, this thing that I like about you guys. You guys have more followers. I will say African brothers. I hope it says to me like you guys have good platforms. You have so much followers. You have people who mostly like topics more like myself. So But some other platforms that people are preaching for what? For xenophobia. They're not preaching anything to fix the things that
you know why. Let me tell you why. You know what's happening, why we have good platforms. Just mute your mic there and I'll answer you, because I can still hear the cheese in the background. Oh, that's easy. Please mute your mic. Okay, so the reason why we have the platforms we have, guys, you need to understand. Just give me a second, guys. I need to mute. Belgium just brimming with confidence now after the goal. He's watching the football. All right, guys. One thing that I want South Africans to understand now is that wait, I lost my chain of thoughts. Who was crazy? I was talking to you, right?
One thing that let me remind you,
yeah, please.
Yeah, sure, brother. You're about to say platforms. You're about to say the platforms that you're not using in a correct way.
Yes, let me give you. Yes. Okay, let me tell you why our platforms are successful. We are scammers.
Like for instance, I was saying
we are scammers. In fact, crazy. We are scammers. That's why our platforms are successful. Let me explain to you why I mean we are scammers. Okay. So I'm from Angola, and I happen to be living in South Africa, and I've been lived here for a very long time. Okay, so when I started my YouTube channel, I was talking about love, family, relationships. That's what I'm really passionate about, bringing people together, you know, like black families and black love and all those things. I got up to 400 and something subscribers, and I was getting like 140, 20, 10 views per video. So one day I'm sitting and I'm having a conversation with a friend, and then the Chidima thing was happening. And I say to her, you know what? I know how to trend, but I avoid these topics because I feel like it's manipulative. She's like, what do you mean? I say, one thing about South Africans, if you support them as a foreigner and you speak a certain way, you will get a lot of support, because they hardly see people from outside speaking positive about them. Now, the reason people outside don't speak positive about you, because you make one mistake. You go watch those negative views. What you don't realize, the moment you watch a video and you interact on that video, you have made money for that person. So, what foreigners a lot, especially Nigerians, have realized, that's what you see with the whole Morocco thing. They realized that, no, man, clickbaiting people is extremely potent, so they started clickbaiting you. Now, let me take you back even to, you remember the Afrobeat times, Amapiano. Think of Davido, all the famous Nigerian musicians. How did they become famous? Through Channel O, through the South African system. They got famous through South African TV, through South African radios. So South Africa is the one that literally makes these countries, whether it's Kenya, Cameroon, Angola, Kuduru, all of our stars. How were they known internationally? The moment South Africa brought them and started giving them awards on Channel O and started making them popular. So you guys created these platforms, these thousands. That boy called Ajim, he's got over 30-something thousand subscribers. How many South Africans are subscribed to his channel? Many. Why? You want to go there so that your emotions can be worked out. You want to and tell them that Njoela. The problem with South Africa, you like drama. You like to poker. You like, hey, Baba, me, I'm not going to stay quiet. Because that is your specialty. Your specialty, when you go online and you cook people, violence. So now, for you, that is entertainment. You're like, yeah, we showed them. For them, one, they are making money. And two, they're exposing, yes, themselves, but they're also exposing how they can easily manipulate you. Now, if you're smart enough and you take a few steps back, during that manipulation, you can now notice, oh, snap. This is what is happening. These foreigners really don't like us. These foreigners really don't like us. Listen, South Africa, I always say South Africa is like heaven, where everything is possible. Anything is possible. The right way and the wrong way. And you are given these two choices, but most people choose the wrong way because it's faster. Guys, look, I will say it again. People who watch my channel, they know I say this again. We are not the same people. Gringo.
My brother.
Your name sounds like you speak Espanol. Tu falas Espanol. Or you just like the name Gringo.
No. I just like the name. That's it,
my man, the platform is yours, man. Talk to me, King.
Thanks, my brother. No, you know what? I've been listening all along, you know,
Yes, sir.
and this is kind of interesting.
Give me a second, Gringo. So I have a speciality, okay?
Yes.
One of my specialities is every time somebody speaks, my foreign tingly senses tingles. Gringo, quick question. I want you to say 2 words for me, okay? Are you ready?
All right.
Hold on, crazy. Hold on. Gringo, 2 words, okay? You're gonna say it after me, okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Monday, Tuesday. What follows?
Wednesday.
Okay, go ahead.
Wednesday.
The floor is yours. You are one of us.
Yeah. I should clap for myself, but then it's okay, man.
Okay, wait. Next one.
Look.
Let's count. 58,
Yeah.
59.
60. What's that a trick?
I almost got you there. Let's go ahead, kid. Where are you from?
Nah, I'm from Limpopo, man.
Yeah, I know. I could pick up. I almost picked up and I was like, hey, let's test this one for a second, you know? But
yeah.
You
but
passed
thanks,
the 60
yeah,
and when this is day challenge. Go ahead, bro. The floor is yours, King.
Yeah, please.
It's too slow.
Hey, bro, you know, Gringo is very slow.
Not that slow, but then look, there's a difference between being slow and being the first person, you know, being the first timer. I'm the first time on this one.
Welcome home. We appreciate you, King. Please.
Yeah, so I'm trying to catch up. So do not blame me on that one. Hey, crazy, I'm sorry for being slow for you, my brother. But then,
guys, listen, look, before I continue, everybody on YouTube is saying, guys, stop watching Nigerian stuff. You know what, man? They are, you know, with Abba Hambe, one of the things that South Africa has done, he has proven the world that there are foreigners in South Africa. One thing that the world or Africa has shown, that there are no South Africans in their countries because they can't kick South Africans out. So they are going after South African companies which hire their people. So what does this mean?
Yeah.
What does this mean? This literally means that, guys, what you are doing, go ahead. I feel like I'm taking from you, Gringo. Go ahead, please.
Yes. First of all, I wanted to ask a little bit of questions, maybe 1 or 2. But how many people or how many successful people in this African country do you know that they got their educations or their hustles or whatever that made them successful from South Africa? You know what I'm saying? And how many people who are still wishing to come back to South Africa after all this trouble? You know what I'm saying? But my point is, everyone needs to understand there can't be a better Africa without South Africa. The thing is, they had a great example by Nelson Mandela. They had a great example by the world leaders. Even the same president who was supposed to, I don't know, is he from Ghana or Uganda or Congo? He was supposed to be buried somewhere in his country, but then there's a fight between his country and the people or his family that he should be buried in South Africa. And I can understand the reason why. Because most of people, they don't get it. Where do they get their wealth from? Where do they get their wiser or their wises from? You know, where do they get their, the best education? You know, a lot of people get or understand or see. There's only one country in Africa. It's only South Africa. I'm not saying that there's God or maybe it's godly or something, but you can tell even yourself. Being in South Africa for someone, I won't say for African continent. What I'm trying to say is people, they should know and appreciate the country of South Africa. Because it will be the example of and it taught a lot of people. Even I would say right now, most of politicians, when I watch TV, the news every day, I see most of politicians, even in their parliaments, they are trying to, occupy this mental stage of South African people, because there are more issues that they didn't even know until they watch South Africa doing their thing, and then they go back home and do the same. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, so what are you currently putting on the table? What are you saying? Are you saying that Africa cannot succeed without South Africa? So Africa needs South Africa in what way?
Yes, being an example in that way. You know what I'm saying? We are, even in the Bible, Jesus Christ had to have the 12 disciples. Those 12 disciples were they were the example of his life.
Okay.
Or what he was, or what he is. You know what I'm saying? So, in order, I know Burkina Faso just made a huge impact in changing the mindset of black people. I know some of the countries, they are working hard, but let's.
Okay, Gringo.
Mandela.
Gringo, one second.
Hello, sir.
I'll get back to you now. Tulani, say, how are you doing, King?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
King, I am blessed. The floor is yours. Talk to us.
You have to be blessed. It's a must.
Yes, sir.
I'm from South Africa. South Africa. I love Africa, first of all. I love our African brothers and sisters. And it helped me so much that I have to come to this conclusion and convince myself. And I hope I won't be misunderstood. I think it's safe for me to say that Africans have given up on Africa. I think we should accept that we have given up on Africa as African citizens.
No, wait. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Wait.
Okay.
So can we exclude South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, all those African countries that are successful? Can we exclude Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger? Because it's not fair to say that Africans have given up on Africa when South Africa has not given up on South Africa. Nigeria has given up on Nigeria. Ghana has given up on Ghana because they're the ones who are jappering. Zimbabweans have given up on Zimbabwe. Malawi has definitely given up on Malawi. So I don't think it's fair to say Africans, because if that was true, South Africa wouldn't be fighting.
Just say SADC, my guy. Just say whole of SADC. Just say the whole of SADC.
SADC hasn't given up, right?
The whole of SADC.
Yeah.
Just say the whole of SADC.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, Crazy. Let Tulani finish. I just wanted to interject there. But Tulani, go ahead.
Okay. Take the host. Let me try. I'm saying this. Are you aware that? Okay, let me exclude the northern part of the continent, and I'll tell you why. I'll try to exclude them for now. I'll come back to that point. Let me tell you why. We as the African continent, I think what we are doing, we jump from one master to the next. And then we think that we are trying to source investors, and yet we're not. Let me tell you what is happening in South Africa right now. when you go to your Google and check what is it that you are benefiting from BRICS today as we speak, there's a huge trade deficit. We import more than we export. Right? It is not as bad as the other countries, most of the countries that you just mentioned. And what seems to hurt me the most, if you go to Nigeria, for instance, if you go to Ghana, if you go to Malawi, I'm talking about one of the most richest countries when it comes to mineral resources. Those countries should be better, way better than South Africa. And do you know what is the problem? It is the leadership of those countries. And what hurts me the most is the citizens of these respective countries. Instead of standing up and fight and say enough is enough, their dream and their plan is to run away from their respective countries. Let's not lie and say this is migration. This is not migration. No, people are fleeing their country. And they are not fleeing for greener pastures. They are fleeing for survival. People want to survive. So it cannot be that it's going to be a South Africa's problem that our continent is not united. It cannot be for our fault as South Africans who are protesting in our country, exercising our right, trying to fix our country, that it should be our fault that these people are not prospering. Ever since I was born, ever since I grew up, African peace has been diagnosed for so many years. We've been told that we have mineral resources, and those mineral resources, they leave our continent to the Western countries, they come back as a finished product and whatnot. But no one has done anything about that.
When you talk about our raw materials going to Europe or America, wherever it goes to become finished products, you know what's the funny thing about that?
Yes, sir.
The one thing that nobody ever speaks about. Who works in those factories?
It's us.
So, guys, they take our resources, they take us, they take us to slave work there.
I will tell you it's us.
Then they send our products there. Yeah, our leaders are stupid. Our leaders are stupid. Guys, you know what I always say, man? This is just modern day slavery. What is happening here is, in the modern day slavery, what happens is they no longer whip you. What they basically do is they give you the notion of a better life. I'll give you an example. I'm 38 years old. So I grew up in the time of Pentium, when computers were very slow. You have to do a dial-up where you for your internet. Yeah, with cell phone. I can't believe I was alive when there were no cell phones. Yeah, I'm ancient. I'm a 1K. Clapping.
Using modem.
Yeah, bro.
Modem and MTN only.
Listen. So, guys, I know we are ancient, guys. We are old. Yeah. Guys, I'm even losing my train of thought because of just thinking of how old I am now and how time is passing. The reality is this now. When it comes to us Africans, we were first colonized with beating. Now they give us the notion of a better life. How do they give us this notion? Remember, I can give you a very old computer and I put the current operating system. That computer is going to be too slow. You might suspect it. But I can put a wallpaper. You see, when we say wallpaper, I put you see, like right now, you can see this wallpaper. This is not my house. Guys, I can be in a shack right now. You won't know. Why?
Yeah.
Green screen. You see? And this is the reality of Africa. They are showing us green screen. Now, the one African country that exposed the green screen was South Africa. Because other Africans, us, I'm talking about us out of South Africa. Our notion of Africa is the way our countries are. Then you go to South Africa, which is in Africa. But it's Europe. The weather, cold like Europe, hot, spring, autumn, 4 seasons. Now you're like, how? Gate. Didn't I just walk down here? How is this possible? And then you see buildings. And then you see people that have mannerism. You see people that greet. You see people that stand on trees.
That's for sure.
You see banks. You see malls. My friend, the number, you people you are also showing off. That's your problem, South Africa. You don't need to have that many malls. Who are you building the malls for? Every month there's a new mall. Why, South Africa? Your problem is you show off. That's why we are here. That's why we don't want to live.
Right now,
You show off too much. Mall of Africa. Why did you build Mall of Africa? Was East Gate, West Gate, South Gate, North Gate not enough? Oh, no, it's not enough. Let's build Mall of Africa for who? You are building it for us. That's why we are here. It's your own fault. Blame yourself. Blame yourself. You got black pan. You see, your problem is you are building things, you just keep building, and you forget that you are Africans. You are supposed to pretend to be poor. You forgot to change your screensaver, South Africa. You forgot. You forgot to change your screensaver. Now we are here. We're like, these people were lying. So apparently Africa can look like this. Now you tell me. Now you tell me.
No, you're
not telling me, my friend. I'm coming from my country where there's only dust, where there's no trees. Can you see my nose? Where we have to fight for oxygen. I come here. Every house, my house, you see where I live, I've got 17 trees, my friend, to 17. In my property, 17. In Angola, there is 1 tree per community. Yo, because Lord Jesus, South Africa, you don't understand where you are coming from. So now you are telling me, I enter OR Tambo, I land with a visitor's visa. My guy, forget visit. Visit for who? Visit and go back where? You people are playing. Guy, forget. We are all becoming asylum seekers. South Africa, you don't understand. Yo, people. Yeah, our countries are bad. Yeah. But you know me, I'm even lucky. I grew up in Holland. I grew up in Netherlands. So I was kind of used to seeing beautiful things, you know. But from Netherlands, I went back to Angola. But first, listen to me, nah? Because it's Africa. Please, crazy. Yeah,
stop it, I like it.
Come on.
Guys, right now Lagos is flooding. Right now in Nigeria, and on top of that, Nigerians can't swim. So they're drowning. But me, I also don't understand Nigerians also. You people, you are also something else. You know your country drowns. You know you've got makoko with water. You can't swim. Gate, what can you guys do? Just talk. Guys, you think that you at least come to South Africa, learn how to swim, just in case they send you back. You can survive. You have swimming skills. Dololo. Forward. Motherfuckers can't swim. No scuba diving forward. Hey, let me behave. Yo, this apple juice.
Give Obi. Wait. Give Obi a chance, uncle. Give Obi a chance. Please, give Obi a chance.
Hold on, let me...
I don't believe. Give Obi a chance.
Go for it. Where is Obi? Obi, the floor is yours.
Hey, thank you, host. I've been laughing here. I was even afraid to unmute because I've been keeping laughing.
Please, Obi, the floor.
It's been too much, host. Yo, I haven't laughed like that in a long time. But, host, do you think that that Ubuntu was the biggest curse that came in the South African people? And I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about since the beginning of time. Do you feel like Ubuntu was a curse put on as a wallpaper as a benefit?
So Ubuntu was put up as a setup.
Yeah.
So remember, we were colonized just like you guys, right? And we have our independence 60, 70, 80, 100 years, right? So we were able to have full control of our countries and see what we could possibly do to make it better. But we did not, correct? South Africans, the problem that you faced, your white people created another culture, which is called Afrikaners. These Afrikaners were indigenous to South Africa. As years went by, they did not have a home. Their home became South Africa. So that means if you are to deport these people, where are you going to deport Afrikaners to? Today you are deporting them to America, they are becoming criminals. They don't know what is happening. They yell, "Gaan praat Afrikaans, niemand they praat Afrikaans." It's not happening. Now, what happened is, because they had the money and the land, they created laws that protect foreigners. Now, keep in mind, the apartheid government also did trades with the world, with Nigeria and all these countries, but foreigners were not influxing here because that laws was to protect them, because they knew there was a day that you black South Africans, you will wake up, you'll be like, something is not right here. And you revolt. Mandela. So Mandela was pre-programmed. Hey, listen, in fact, you see these people here that you are going there, Ubuntu, unity with Africa, they must love your brothers and sisters. They trained him. So that notion of unity and Ubuntu was never so you can show why you guys are just coming out of apartheid. What is this thing of showing love to your brothers and sisters? What does this have to do with anything? The plan was to bring them in, to culture contaminate you. That's why we are talking about today. We are Nigerians. There's a video of this very intelligent Malawian child talking about how she slept in the street. It was so cold. She didn't have nothing to eat. I couldn't even feel sorry for that child. The only thing I was thinking, when that child grows up, returns back to South Africa, becomes legal, gets a South African citizenship, what do you think that child will do to South Africans? Remembering what happened to her June 30th. You see, and this is what Ubuntu did. Ubuntu was a key to open the borders so that foreigners can come here and culturally contaminate. Because remember, the Mulungus can control us because we don't have rights. Because remember, my citizenship and my permits can be revoked at any time because I'm not a South African. Yours can't. So, my children that were born here out of a South African child, those children, they are South Africans. But those children are controlled by the states, which is the government, through me, their father who's a foreigner. So those children will always vote for government that protect foreigners because that government is working for their fathers, which is us. Ubuntu was always a setup to eliminate South Africans because they knew there was a time that was going to come that South Africans were going to wake up. And they were going to be like, man, this is our land. This is not right. Askulum. And then you started talking about land reform. All this started because when now you wanted your land back. The moment you started talking about land, they were like, hey.
In Africa.
And
in Africa.
Immediately they started doing all this nonsense. They did not spoken about land. I promise you, all this nonsense was never going to happen.
But you see, the problem is the reason why we started talking about land is they bought it up. I'm going to use an easy example. I do a lot of businesses across South Africa and in the neighboring countries. And the one thing that I've realized is I like to explain this way to my white customers. I say, the problem is, let's look at apartheid like a car, right? So I come today, I steal your car. And after a couple of years, I take that car and I give it to my grandchildren, right? After I give it to my grandchildren, the police come to you and say, hey, listen here. Hey, we finally found your car. Here's your car. Here it is. But you know what? Hey, property rights and all these things. So forgive him and just rebuild. Because that's basically what apartheid did, right? Now, as you are walking the street, my grandchild passes you and say, why are you walking? Why aren't you buying a car? And they were like, hey, you know what? You've been talking too much. So we're going to ask for our car back.
Yeah.
And they were
no, we're not going to ask for it, brother. Let's talk. Ask Kuluma. Oh, Zara. Hey, you're asking questions.
So they're the ones who caused this problem indirectly. Because they're the ones coming to us and telling us why we're walking. When they forgot that the only reason they got that car is because their grandfather stole it. And we were generous to forgive them. So they causing this problem indirectly and it's spiraling back.
You know, the thing is, Nam, like I always say, one thing that South Africa understood, that violence is not the answer. South Africa, it's not that South Africans are not violent. No. Don't get that shit twisted. Bro, I grew up in South Africa. I've been here for 28 years. Yeah. My friend, listen. Hey, press the wrong button. The devil takes a vacation when South Africa gets angry.
Yes. Honestly, if all due respect, Malume, Aribo Swana or Ribwe Zulu, Ribwe Toza, what about Aribo Africans? And when all Africans say happy.
I'm full of text.
I mean, for beide phones, what you call?
With all due respect,
you know, this is why I didn't want to live stream on TikTok. You guys don't behave. You guys do not behave, guys. But this is the reality in South Africa. If you look at what March and March is doing, okay, you are not being honest. You are not being honest. We've been listening to you. Dekana, you don't just enter into somebody's stream and start talking. You are not being honest. We've been listening to you. You speak as if we know each other personally. The fact that I accepted your mic, you should have just been patient. There's literally no need for this. No, there's no need. There's no need, Dekana. Calm down. The floor is yours. Go ahead, Queen. Please. No need. We are together. I promise you we're together. Please go ahead. It doesn't take you to. First of all, why do you think it's okay for you before I speak? You must tell me I'm rude and all that. Because it's my platform, and you walked in and you were trying to tell me that I am wrong for speaking, and you were listening to me. Yes, you're supposed to listen to me. I'm the host. It's my platform. I didn't walk in your platform. Can I remind you? Yes, remind how I got. Me and you share the birth date. Me and you share birth date. Yeah, that's why we followed each other last year. Okay, let me help you out now. Since you are not here because of the conversation, you are here because we say, what a birth date. Is that correct? You are so rude. My pleasure. Let me allow you to go get some rest. You guys, some people are weird, eh? She's here because me and her share a birth date. Ivan.
Bosso, just let Obi speak.
Wait, hold on. So she came here because I know I don't follow her because I don't follow anybody. She came here because me and her follow a birth date. And I think Dekana is single. It's Friday. She ain't got no money for no Savannah or 4th Street, so she's taking that on me. Dekana, do me a favor. Go to my DM, baby girl. Somebody just donated 35 Rand on YouTube, nah? Clock it. Go now to my DM. I will send you a 6-pack. Mina, I got you, Dekana. I got you. Uncle P got you. And I don't just talk. Go to my DM. Show that you went to my DM. Mina, Dekana, I will send you a 6-pack. You'll be happier. Because right now I can see that perhaps, you need cuddles. Funyama cuddles. You see Uncle P's muscles. You wanted, Dekana. No, Dekana, I dropped you because you came here with emotional problems. This is not a place for emotional problems. Rest, sister. We are trying to fix the country here. You are here coming with emotional. Dekana. Dekana wants to put me in my own station. Imagine.
Uncle, listen something.
No, wait. Uncle is emotional now. Wait. Oh, Bakadiki. Abraham must rest. Wait. Dekana, this thing is live. It's both on YouTube. I've got almost 13,500 subscribers. Almost 15,000 on TikTok. And you want to come here and embarrass the host? Dekana, where is your manners? Why are you behaving like a Nigerian? You don't have table manners. Dekana, you deserve. Dekana, I want to buy a 6-pack. For me and you to be better, me, I must buy a 6-pack. If I don't buy a 6-pack, who's a lawyer? I know people from Limpopo. Who's a lawyer? Okay, I'm done. Sorry, the can. Yo. Yo. Right. People on YouTube are like, Uncle P, calm down. Okay, I've calmed down. All right. Mr. Obi. Let's go with you. When we're done with you, we're going to go to Mr. Temba.
No, I did my submission for now. Thank you for that.
No, but please, close. I'm sure people want to hear your last thoughts. Or rather yet, let me ask you a question, okay? So South Africa currently right now is doing two things. One, they are marching, okay, in the streets, closing down illegal businesses and trying to get rid of illegal foreigners. First question, do you think they will be successful? One. Two, South Africa is fighting to change the constitution of the country. Do you think they will be successful?
I'm going to give a bit of history on this one. Okay. So I'm just going to explain how South Africans do things. In the South African way that I've seen is whenever the government fails, that the people will do it themselves. Temba, please close your mic, and also Ibinza. The reason why I'm saying that is when Eskom failed, the state-owned electricity service provider, what did the private sector do? They went and bought gas, they went and got solar panels, they went and got backup electricity because the state was failing us. When the railway got failed, meaning Transnet, when they failed, what did the private sector do? They went and bought buses, they bought trucks to transport goods and services across the country because our government has failed and dilapidated the system. So I think by our government making us that resilient, they indirectly made a way for the South African people to always prosper because they have taught the people, like, listen here, I will always fail you guys. So take matters in your own hands. Yes, and that's what I tell people, like, it also creates a problem because now you have people taking the law into their own hands where they shouldn't, they're overstepping. But we're forgetting the root causes, the people who has taught them to do that. It's like having a child and you tell the child, you must always cook for yourself. And one day the child cooks and he burns the house and you're like, hey, why did you set the house on fire?
Yeah,
you
true.
The child, well, they must cook. And that's the thing, like, they have taught the South African people, you will find a way to get it your way. Yeah. And that's why I say they will succeed. The South African people will succeed in changing those things because they will burn down the house to make sure that they get it.
And I think what you just said now is evident to the fact that, you know, when people say that South Africa did not build this country, foreigners did it, is because South Africa didn't build this country with noise. They built in silence, you know. It's not that when they built Mall of Africa, everybody was bragging about, hey, look what we built, you know. Instead, that 1 or 2 foreigners that were hired, are the ones who were making a noise. I remember I watched a video of a lady claiming that Zimbabwe built Joburg. Yo. And
no, man, they're talking about Mandela.
And I can remember the history of South Africa so clearly.
Mandela is the one who repeat Mandela.
You know, when I was
the history of South Africa is about Mandela. The problem is that Mandela was getting funds from other countries. So that fund was never exposed to everyone that day. There are people who are helping from Africa, who are helping our people. They never thought about it. Even our constitution, they never taught us our constitution as much about they were teaching us a Bible in primary. They were teaching us Bible in primary. Why don't they taught us? I will say in 90s and 80s. Why didn't they teach us about a simple thing, constitution from 94? Why don't they teach those people about constitution instead of teaching them about the Bible? So Indians that are in Picham, the thing is that there's this thing that Obi talked about it, that you are jumping from one socialist to the another one.
No, I hear you. Mr. Crazy, let's give Mr. Temba. Let's give Mr. Temba the floor because I'm not gonna be like I'm TikTok and host this for forever. I'm hoping to only do 2 hours. Mr. Temba, sir, the floor is yours, Minier. Yo, Mr. Temba, please don't shout at me. I'm very emotional. Yo.
I can see, bro. I was about to beard your head.
That sounds like crazy. Stop talking. Let's get Temba here. Innings, what is that? Innings is there. Paradox, innings is there waiting newsroom. So you go, we go there before I get cooked here again.
No, no stress, bro. But you know what, bro? Like, I'm not gonna say much because I've always followed you on your talks and everything. And with OB, what he said, bro, it do make sense. But there's something that people they need to understand. South Africans, bro, emotions are high right now, né? But just to take you back where I'm going, you see, the system has failed the South Africans.
Facts.
So now, with all this thing that is happening, March and stuff like that, so anyone who's looking in these matters as a sense of like people they are angry. South African, bro, we are not angry. South Africa, we are not xenophobic or phonopic. And I will tell you where the problem is. The problem started when the system, bro. Let's go back. When we talk about apartheid, we were leading by the white people, right? So the system was favor them. So these guys, they get to the point where like they had enough of fighting with black people and stuff like that. So they have to find a solution, right? To manipulate the system by using the black person, right? So now, I want us to talk about current what is happening right now. We got a president. I'm not going to say it in the bed, whatever, but the president that we're currently having, it doesn't care about what is happening in South Africa.
Cupcake.
So what? Yes, he doesn't care, private guy. He doesn't care because right now we don't want people who were successful in life under his leadership. They are gonna talk good about him, right? But people who are in the street, we talk about the township. Me and you, Mr. P, we're living in Kempton Park, bro. We see what is happening in Kempton Park day by day.
Dog.
The law itself, bro, they are involved in all these things that are happening here in South Africa, right? So now people decided to have a march and march to say, listen, you as a president, you as your system, you as your people that are in the system, you don't care about the South African. So now, the arrogance of these people that we're seeing day by day, they act as if we are xenophobic. Because if we have to look what happened in Durban, bro, how the hell can you tell me we got almost like 10,000 people who are foreigners in one country? These people, they've been with us in the street for the past decade, right? Now, just because now we are telling them to guys, go back to your countries, go and fight with everything that happened in your country. Now it's become as if like South Africa now are so toxic and everything. Now, I got a small narrative that I'm going to tell you. You see what is happening under Cupcake leadership? It's a system, guys, which is dictionary. It's a system. Ramaphosa, guys, it's not like he doesn't care or he doesn't see what is happening in South Africa, or it's not that he's okay with what is happening in South Africa, but because it's a system. The system, how it's designed. These white people, I'm not going to say bad about black or white or whatever, but the system now, how they doing it, they're manipulating the system using the Cupcake, who is the leader of South Africa. How they manipulating him. They're making sure that guy doesn't fix anything. He doesn't listen to anyone. He lies and lies and lies and lies. So every day we are gonna wake up and say how, everything. So even if when I have to greet you on the street, I'm just gonna say how. Because we wake up, there's news. Something happened, blah blah this happened. Then you as a leader, if you are a leader, like you are a host of the panel, you have to tell the people, this guys, this is not how you do things in my panel, understand? Because you are leading this panel. So why you as a president of the leader in a talk? What OB have said, it's gonna take some decade, guys, to fix what is happening in South Africa. We're not gonna wake up in the system, it's being fixed. It's gonna take some decade.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I wanted to say, Mr. Pete. Otherwise, guys, talk.
Look, you know, hold on, crazy. Look, guys, I agree with you and what you are saying, and I think one of the biggest things that South Africa has shown and that is doing is being resilient on being on the streets. especially with what is happening now with Kempton Park. You see, like you said, the people don't want to stop going on the streets because they know that the situation is bad. And if every South African community does this, I've seen a lot of videos of people going to these Mukulu shops that are still open, telling them to close down. Guys, look, the reality is even Jesus Christ was crucified for standing for the truth. What about when? Sugar, let them crucify you. It's fine. If he himself, the Son of God, was crucified, South Africans, let's be honest, go for it. Mr. Idinza.
Yes, my brother, Uncle, P87.
Talk to me, King. Talk to me. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me reflect to the question that you asked. I think you asked two questions, so I'll be short and sweet. First of all, let me tell our brothers and sisters in foreign countries that we are not xenophobic. We don't hate them, and we won't be hating them. But they must know that there's nothing special about them. They must go to their countries, and fix their countries, as we are doing now. We know that Mandela went to jail for 27 years. Former President Zuma went to jail for 10 years. Halima Mutande, the former president, also went to jail for 10 years, and other people, even some of them, we don't know them even today. They knew
hold on. Kelvin okay, we've got Nigerians on the floor. They say even the host is pretending to be nice. LOL.
Can I please
go on, Ibiza. Let Ibiza finish and then we'll come to you, Dikana. The floor will be yours, I promise.
Please allow me. Okay, what I was trying to say, Mandela, Zuma, Halima Motlanthe, and other people who went to struggle, they knew that there's nothing special about them. They have to fight for their country. So our brothers and sisters must go to their country and fight for their freedom. They must not come to South Africa and insult us and call us with names and claim that they are educated. We are not educated. They are hard workers. We are not hard workers. Education change a person. Education change a family. Education change the country. So if they are educated, they must change the situation in their countries. If they are hard workers, they must make it sure that they work hard in their countries. They must leave us alone, especially those who are not have proper papers. If you are illegal immigrant in South Africa, please go to your country, because we are now sorting out our country. Even our officials from the government, they a few months ago, they were calling marches vigilante and so on and so on. But because of the marches, now the tone has changed.
Can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question.
Yes, my brother.
Do you, like me, I'm a legal South African, right? Let's assume I'm citizen. I've got a citizenship, but I'm from Angola. I came to South Africa. I'm legal. I've got citizenship. Now I have all the rights, just like a South African. Do you agree that that is okay? Like the way I am, I'm law abiding. I pay my tax, everything. I'm perfect. Like I'm good. Like I don't do anything wrong. Do you agree that it's okay for me to benefit just like a South African?
100%, my brother. 100%.
What if I told you I don't agree?
Why you don't agree?
I'm still a visitor in the end of the day. And I think a visitor needs to have limitations. You cannot benefit the same way as the child of the house. You see, I think this is where the problem of Ubuntu started. Ubuntu didn't have limitations. Ubuntu allowed a person to walk into this country and become a South African. You can't become something that you do not have a foundation of. How am I supposed to become a South African when I do not know how it is to be a Zulu, a Xhosa, a Venda, a Tswana, a Pedi? Listen, the reality is, as much as an Angolian, Angolians will claim that they fought for your country. The Angolans that fought for your country are either unalived or they are already too old to claim that they fought for your country. I never fought for your country. So I do not know your struggle. I do not know your pain. So when you give me your citizenship out of Ubuntu's sake, how will I respect you because I do not know your pain? Citizenships were supposed to be given for those. If I want a citizenship of South Africa, I must join the South African military.
Yes, no, I get you. I understand the angle that you are coming with. I fully agree with you. Let me complete by saying,
once you complete, you can answer the question, and then we're gonna go to Dikana before Dikana beats us.
Okay, my brother. Let me conclude by saying, a few days ago we heard about the guy from Zimbabwe who killed his wife and two of his kids.
Yes.
Guess who, the guy was arrested today. Guess where?
Where?
In South Africa. That's what I came to speak about, brother. I'm sorry to come in abruptly like that. That's what I came to speak about, because we are so fed up of these people committing crime, wherever, and then they go to South Africa as a refuge. South Africa is not a place for criminals to come and do whatever they flipping want. It has come out today. The South African authorities have caught that thief, that thug. The British are still on his case because it's been all over the news from yesterday and today. These people, they if they're not thieving our passports and using it here and claiming asylum and doing all these kind of things, now they are unaliving each other. This guy, apparently his home was like 1.5 million here in the UK. Now we want to find out further, how did he make that money? How did he manage it? Because we know that there's all these the prophet, you bet, you've got all of them who are owning serious homes here, millions and pounds. So now we want to know, how did you accumulate that money and where did it come from? So it's bigger, and I'm so proud of South Africans. I'm so proud of our authorities for finding the thug. And actually passing him on to the UK citizen where they will question him further, because we do not know whether he did it or he didn't.
Guys, sorry.
Why did he run away?
Dikana is very emotional and she really wants to get this out. Please let's have Dikana just get this out. We'll go back to Ibiza. Dikana, baby girl, listen, I feel you. I can literally sense your frustration. Don't mind my laughter. I love how passionate you are about this, because this is frustrating. Just recently, I just saw the news. I'm doing a story on this. 3 Lesotho nationals opened fire on South Africans and unalived 13 of them and wounded 14 and they were arrested now by Mai. So, and if you look at, I think it was the UK, where a Zimbabwean UK citizen just unalived their family, a mother and 2 children. So these foreigners are becoming a problem to the extent where now they are unaliving citizens. So I totally agree with you that this is becoming a big issue in South Africa. Just imagine, in the period in which March and March started marching, the crime rate in South Africa dropped by 9%. Imagine that. Temba, you said you wanted to answer us. Please, King, let me go to you and then we'll go to Pumza.
Okay.
And then also, guys, I'm also going to be switching to our YouTube viewers. They have been sending messages on WhatsApp. So we will be calling them on WhatsApp so that they can also submit their statement. So, Temba, the floor is yours.
Okay, Uncle P, just so, you have said a lot now.
Sorry,
but anyway, it's okay. It's okay, my kid. You know what, Uncle P, what Pumzile just said it now, bro, it's touching, bro. From the woman's voice when she speaks, you can tell a lot that everyone it's so scared, especially the women of South Africa, bro. They are so scared with everything that's happening. They just look the killing and stuff like that. But also, South African pride has become the nest of the foreigners. Yeah? When I said about the nest, the system and the person who is running the country, bro, he's the one.
Is somebody calling me? Oh, yes.
Let's give Dikana a platform. Let's give it.
Okay.
I'll just mute it and then let's give it to you.
Okay, Dikana, go ahead.
Why are you making all this about South Africa, Tamba? Your own brother.
No. Dikana, listen. I think you don't understand exactly what was the question and what was the answers.
Can I say?
No, wait. Let me help you, sis. Let me help you. I'm gonna help you. Let me help you.
In Zimbabwe, I lived in your country. Ne? I understand that.
Wait, Dikana, where are you from?
I'm South African.
Okay, you said you lived where?
In Zimbabwe.
Whose country?
Temba whatever's country.
Haibo.
Hebana.
I'm South African, guys.
But Temba is also South African.
Yes, but he doesn't want to listen. That's the thing. Uncle
Dikana, Temba heard what you say. We all heard what you say. So he was simply answering and adding his opinion on what you say. He's agreeing with you. We are all agreeing with you that what foreigners are doing is frustrating.
I was never given an opportunity to speak, Uncle P.
Okay, speak. Let's give you. We're gonna lend you our ear. Speak. We're just gonna lend you our ear.
Okay, thank you. In South Africa today, we are saying, as South Africans, enough is enough, guys. We've given 32 years of our democracy open to every other African, American, European,
Angolian.
To free flow. Let's be honest, guys. For 32 years in South Africa, all of you were having a good time. You were cruising nicely. And us as South Africans were delusional. We were not.
Dikana, quick question. I just want to digress quickly and then I'll give the floor to you. I just want to understand one thing, so that we are both on the same level, okay? Because remember, here in South Africa, some of us didn't go above 30%. So sometimes when people are speaking very maturely, we can miss them. Can I understand what state are you in right now?
What do you mean?
4th Street, Savannah, Black Label, Corona. I'm trying to understand which direction you are.
My brother, yes, I'm a very sober South African woman.
Since we are in the sober states, okay, let's continue. I'm listening. I just wanted to understand so that I know what level of state you are in.
I'm sober. I'm in my full senses.
Okay. Talk to us, Queen. So the submission right now, South Africa, as a South African woman, you are tired, you are frustrated.
Exactly.
Okay.
And myself, I voted in 1994. You know? And we spoke the other time. It's not the first time I have an engagement with you.
With me?
Yes. On this platform. It's not the first time.
Okay.
And with all due respect, I don't want to get us here and make it as if it's a joke. Tikana Utini, what is the problem? Honestly, we've been patient. There is more further pressing things which we need to be talking about. You know, people need to get on with their life. Utini. I've never said there's a problem when I'm Pumzili. Imagine what's your problem? Because you come in as if it's an emergency and you gotta say something. And you're not even you're not even saying anything about what we're talking about. I was on this live for. And why are you holding grudges? We always on lives. I know you, Tikana, from other lives. You know what I mean? We keep it moving. I will argue with you today, but tomorrow we're talking about something else. Even the king of the Zulus, he fucked up yesterday. There's so much to talk about. Like, seriously.
Guys, I'm gonna put the Kana down. I personally, guys, you know what, Nam? You know, guys, I want you to understand something, Nam. I want everybody on this platform to understand something. I am fully aware I'm foreign. Fully aware. I don't fight for South Africa because I need anybody's sympathy or anybody's approval. If you notice, I didn't ask you guys to follow, subscribe, like, click the screen, send gifts. I don't care. Guys, I've lived in this country almost 30 years. I did my primary school, high school, everything here. The only thing, when I started my channel and all this, during the Chidima time, it was to show that South Africans were not talking nonsense. When you come to South Africa as a visitor, you need to go back. I came to South Africa as a student. When my student visa expired for that specific school, I had to go back to my country and apply for a new permit in my country, then come back to South Africa. When it expired, go back. That's all me I did. I was trying to show how foreigners manipulate the South African system until today we eventually got here. My platform is merely to give a different voice, which is a voice of reason, to my fellow African brothers who want to live in South Africa, on how to behave when you are a host in somebody's country. And secondly, to also let South Africa know there are certain things that you people tolerate that you should not tolerate, and also make you understand the type of people we are and why we think and function the way we function. Because a lot of South Africans don't travel, don't really have encounters with foreigners, and most of you, your experiences with foreigners are bad. And I only come here to explain to you why are those experiences like that. At no stage will I ever tell you how to run your country, who to vote for, or which direction to go. That's not why I'm here. I am here to drink Savannah in 4th Street and cook Nigerians because they annoy the shit out of me. They fucked up things for all of us. Excuse my English. They messed up things for all of us. I was living in South Africa peacefully, quiet. Even Zimbabweans, they're idiots. They were living in this country quiet. Malawians, you were living in this country. All of us were living quiet. Nigerians walked in here with their big heads and loud voices, and they started making noise for all of us. And now South Africans are like, Abahambe, all of you futek. After they are done with the illegals, I know they are coming for us, the legal. Yeah, that's the Africa. They are coming for us, the legal ones. So we're now who's claiming I've got the ID, I've got the citizenship. Make sure how you obtained it was proper. I know one of my cousins is going back. That's why. My friends, listen, moral of the story. I'm not here to tell South Africans how to run their country. I'm here to tell you, South Africa, whether they call you xenophobic, Afrophobic, baphobic, bidaphobic, minaphobic, hey, Abraham, go there. Let us be Afrophobic in our whole country. Me, I'm just here to let you know, to remind you, just in case you wake up in the morning and you forgot, and you start feeling a little bit xenophobic, you are not. My job, I'm just here to constantly keep reminding South Africans, fight. When you are done fighting and you've got rid of the illegals, come collect me also, because I'm here talking too much. Come and make sure that these papers, all this noise I'm making is correct. Sharp.
No,
Mr. Pumzile, the floor is yours.
About you, Uncle. I followed you about 2 years ago. I think I followed you about 2 years ago on these lives from one of the doctors who always come on these lives. And has been accountable for what is going on in South Africa. You've always spoken the truth. You had people. So, and it's so refreshing to have people who are so, you know, like you're a true patriot. And you being in South Africa, these are the type of people. I'm not in South Africa, but where I am, I will not follow nonsense.
True. Okay. Pumzile, I wanna ask everybody for a favor.
I don't, just because we're the same skin color and stuff. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. Now, Queen, listen, the reality is I honestly believe that in order for us to be united, you know, as Africans, we need to speak positively about each other. You can't call for unity in Africa when you disrespect people from their country while you are living in their country. If that's the case, then go back to your country. If you're more intelligent, go fix your country, you know. And I honestly, I don't know, man. I just think the way Nigeria and everybody else is behaving is weird. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're not in your country. You know the truth about your country. Why are you denying it? Guys, quick one. I just want to go to the listeners on YouTube who want to come on the live and also put an opinion. So we have our first caller. Hi there. They are on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Mr. P.
How are you doing? You're good, King.
Sorry, before you take another the phone,
yes.
Let me correct you a little bit. He can unite Africans in South Africa just because he is talking in South Africa's platform. She is talking from South Africa's platform. She can unite Africans in South Africa's platform. Thanks very much.
I'm with you. So basically, the viewer says that we cannot unite Africa and South Africa. And I agree, guys. This notion that unity must happen. Show us the video that I'm making, Thabo Mbeki and Fikile Mbulula literally expose what the plan always was. Guys, watch that episode. It's long. I'm going to be editing it after this live stream. I promise you the exposure and why they are protecting foreigners. It's freaking ridiculous. Somebody said, Uncle P, hope you are well. To overcome, we will need to speak about spiritual strategies, which are about renewing the mind is above, so below. Without healing trauma, it will be difficult. Change. Start within, then manifest outward. It takes time to disassemble systems. However, God is in our side and he will win this one. We need spiritual education. You know, when we speak about spirituality and everything, you need to understand, guys, we are not the same. I keep telling you guys, we are not the same. How many churches do Nigerians have here in South Africa and in even their country? They understand spirituality very well. But the problem is they use spirituality for physical gain, not for spiritual gain. They are very physical people. Guys, remember, Nigeria was an experiment initially. Nigeria was never intended to be a country. It was an experiment. So those people were never meant to be civilized. They were meant to train to obey rules and follow instructions. Unfortunately, the cuckoos ran out of the mental asylum, and unfortunately, we are the ones who are having to deal with these crazy people that have come into the country. Okay, we're going to make another call to somebody on YouTube. Knock, knock.
Hello?
You are now live on Uncle P's podcast, both on YouTube and TikTok. How are you doing?
I'm doing so great. Thank you.
Well, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, so when I was talking about spirituality, I'm actually talking about the narcissistic systems, because the negativity can only be conquered if we work on the traumas that have happened before, because it's about nervous system reset. You talk about reset all the time. So without reset, I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about when you want to create something in the 3D, you have to start in the spiritual realm. For instance, we are in a relationship that is abusive with our government and the ones that run the world. So that's the depth that we need to go to in order to uproot the old cycles of control. And only then are we going to be able to move forward. So for instance, right now in the fight that we're in, we are starting to, after 30 June, now we are going to start going into grief. And grief has got 7 stages. You first are in denial and all those stages. So that's the spirituality that I'm talking about, which has a lot to do with awareness. If you are not aware of what is oppressing you.
But let me ask you a question, when it comes to spirituality. Do you not think, just like Jesus Christ, when he walked into the temple and he whipped the people that were disobeying the house of the Lord, that's what South Africa has done. South Africa had spoken. South Africa had nurtured. South Africa had understood. Now it's time to weep. It's no longer time for prayers. It's no longer time to talk. It's time to now beat. Don't you agree?
Yes. So what I'm saying though, you have to combine. It's about strategy. So first you have to become aware of the oppressor. And now we are aware of the oppressor. So we've started the fight in a good way. And the great thing is that we are not doing it in a violent way. So we are on the right track. However, there is a system to dismantle systems in order for us to win. For instance, the victim has to change from victim to creator, and the rescuer has to change from rescuer to support, and the perpetrator has to change to a challenger. Can you see? It's the way you perceive that is able to help you fight things in the right way. So for instance, I'll put it in a sense of a relationship between a man and a woman. Let's say the man is abusing the woman. So in order for the woman to be free, she first has to free her mind and see how she's oppressing herself. So in other words, for instance, one example is, in order for her to get out of the situation, she first has to assess what type of a narcissistic relationship she's in. Is she with a narcissist that is covert or malignant? So you have to identify where you are in relation to where you want to go. And then there are steps to take to actually win. Because if you fight fire with fire, for instance.
So let me simplify this so that, sometimes, our 30% as a brain tends to crumble when things get a bit too much. So, in a country like Nigeria, where over 100 million, which is literally more than what South Africa has as a population, are uneducated, malnutritioned, dimensional poverty, you name it. Can we then not conclude that we are not the same type of human? Therefore, South Africa, under no circumstance, irregardless of whether a Nigerian is educated or a doctor, you have no business associating yourself with them.
Yes, that's right, because they are far gone.
Thank you.
I'm just talking in the context of South Africans. For us to win, we first have to dismantle the way we think about ourselves and move from victim to the sovereign beings that we are. We are on the right track because now we are aware. Because if you are not aware that you are in an oppressive relationship, you cannot free yourself.
Well, I guess that's one of the things that we can applaud South Africa for, because South Africa definitely woke up and realized that they're in an oppressive relationship. Because I mean, this is why the marches are happening.
Exactly. So we're on the right track. However, I saw a video today of the taxi men complaining that there are no customers. So that's the stage we are entering in, where the 30 March has done a lot of the awareness part of the fight. Now we're going to level 2, which has to do with reality hitting us in the face, because as we are all freeing ourselves as a country, we are having individual experiences.
But do you not think taxi drivers not having customers, it's actually evidence and exposure that majority of the people that the taxis were transporting to work were foreigners. Therefore, South Africans crying and saying that foreigners are taking their job is being proven in every aspect and angle to be true. Because if that was not true, South Africans were supposed to be using the taxis. The taxis shouldn't be suffering. If they are suffering, that's because South Africans have nowhere to go.
Yes, but
that basically means in due time, as the jobs are being given to South Africans, the South Africans are being hiring, taxi drivers will get their clients back. And on top of that, when it's all South African, do you not think even food, products and everything will drop in price, because there's no need for things to be high, because the supply and demand chain will be leveled? Because right now the demand is high and the supply is low.
You are right, and that's where I was going. You're actually saying what I wanted to say. However, that taxi man right now, this moment, as he's seeing how he bought the car and he has to pay, and right now there are no customers, his reality is he might lose that taxi and get into debt. So that's the part of grieving that we're going to go through, where the South Africans who are on board in Abahambe are now going to feel the impact of Abahambe and they want the foreigners back. So this is the work that I'm talking about, that we have to keep our minds strong as we go through the process, because the process is a finished moment, which means everything will crumble to the ground, where
and then
it will look like it's the
back.
end, but then we have to rise from the ground. You see, that's where we have to hold the people of South Africa in terms of spirituality, to show them that it's a stage. The grieving stage has got stages. There's you are bargaining, you want the abuser back because now you're actually hungry. Instead of the taxi man going, okay, if there are no customers right now for the next year, we don't know how it's going to unfold. For the next year, it means his personal reality is going to be real hunger of him making the right choice.
But let's be honest. Do you honestly think foreigners leaving and going, that South Africa would literally go through a year of suffering where people are seeing misery, where everything's falling? I personally don't think so. Why would that be?
It will depend. It will depend on the grieving process that I'm talking about.
But what sector do you think that foreigners hold so much that South Africans cannot take over immediately?
Not that they can not take over. They will need support, and some people are mentally weak in terms of where we are. We are winning, but they're seeing cup half empty instead of hope. They are actually becoming hopeless and feeling like they're making a mistake, much like someone who's broken up with an abuser is finally free, but something in them wants to go back to the abuser, and you're trying to put, because it's a nervous system, spiritual, mental thing, you have to support the actions.
It's like a person who's been kidnapped for so many years that they fall in love with their kidnapper, that when they are set free, they cannot comprehend that type of freedom. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
And that's why a lot of people often say, why did she stay so long with the abuser? Because there is a psychological fight too. That is actually the fight that is the most important, because you cannot force someone to be free, especially if the abuse and trauma has been deep. That person needs to restructure the scaffolding within for their nervous system to say, yes, I'm strong enough to actually take the next step. Because even in an individual thing, it's just that in the smallness of things, it's reflected in the collective. So what we experience in individual relationships that are toxic, to leave a toxic relationship is a deep spiritual thing that needs to be supported on the outside and the inside of the person. And you need to literally go through a spiritual emancipation first, or alongside the actions you're doing. Otherwise, you don't create safety. The nervous system is not going to allow you to the person who is stuck in that toxic relationship needs nervous system reset. Without that spiritual work, that person will keep going back to the abuser.
I'm with you.
They won't be able to move forward.
Yeah.
That's the type of spiritual work I'm talking about. It's called shadow work. You have to go into the pain and go through the process of dying.
One thing that I'm very proud of is the fact that South Africans are very much still connected to their cultures. Therefore, I'm very sure that they will not find it difficult to find spiritual guidance through their ancestors and their beliefs, because not all of them are governed by Christianity.
Yes. However, we can do it, whether it's through whatever means. That's the component that I'm saying is not a small thing. It's a nervous system thing.
I'm with you.
You cannot emancipate yourself without actually moving out of the victim complex into creator complex. That's a journey. It's a very deep journey that needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. No, I just wanted to say thank you. Is there anything else you want to say? Because I want to do one more person on the YouTube. And then
following and being part of the solution in terms of what I'm able to offer.
I appreciate you.
Actually assist people with trauma. When you understand trauma, you understand how to emancipate people in order for them to become sovereign again. It's a journey. It's a spiritual journey. I'm not talking church. I'm talking psychological. You see, because you have to embody your freedom. You can't stand up to an oppressor if you don't feel safe or powerful enough. Because just because South Africans are waking up, it's still the first stage. This is going to be a long journey of ups and downs, and that's where you need to hold. The spiritual people need to hold space for those who are going through that process.
I'm with you, Mamas. Sorry, guys, quick one. TikTok, please just let me know if you guys are still there. I'm not sure if it's still streaming. I can't see your comments anymore. Please, Mamas, thank you very much for your input. We really appreciate you. Guys, I'm trying to get the people from YouTube to also just be on the live stream. Unfortunately, I have to physically call them in order for them to come on the stream. But TikTok, I do not know if we are still connected. Everything seems to be very quiet. So you guys just let me know. Tembani, are you there? Okay, I think I've lost TikTok, but we are still live. Oh yeah, we've definitely lost TikTok. But we are still live on YouTube. Yeah, we definitely lost TikTok live. Let's see what happens here when I reconnect. Okay, guys, listen. Like I said, initially I wanted to host a live stream for 2 hours. I wanted us to just discuss some of the topics that we do discuss on our weekly shows. Guys, the reality is this. It doesn't matter how much people talk. It doesn't matter who says what or who says where. The reality is, YouTube Live is on. I think, TikTok Live has dropped. Unfortunately, you see, this is why I don't do TikTok. Guys, the reality is, South Africans, we need to wake up. This fight is a very serious fight. The culture contamination is extremely serious. For me, the disrespect and the fact that, these individuals are already a part of the society of South Africa. The lady nearly sounds like Jacinta. And these people are part of this society and they don't respect the owners of the country, the true citizens of this country. And that's where the problem becomes. Once they do not respect the true citizens of this country, what does that mean? That basically means that tomorrow, when they have the right to vote, they will vote against you. So, guys, so I already put the number. So text me on 081 260 6505. 081 260 6505. That's the number for you guys to send your WhatsApp so that I can give you guys a call, and you can also use that WhatsApp number to call me if you need to, or text. But please do not call while we're on the live stream. I'm the one who is doing the callbacks. All right, so we have one more person here on YouTube that wants a call back. Give me a second. Let me just find the person. There's a lot of requests, guys. I didn't want to keep the live stream for too long. Okay, here's one more. 0 1 3. Okay, so we are calling our next person. Ooh, sorry. Give me a second, guys. I almost gave them a normal phone call. Okay, sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening here. Oh, there we go. I was on the wrong app. Okay, what's the number? Okay, there's the number. Let's dial the number. 06. I'm not going to say the number, guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to expose your number. There are some creeps on the internet. T6. Okay, there we go. Zukisani. Wait, I think we already spoke to Zukisani. Well, I guess I'll be calling you for the second time. Okay, am I calling a different number? 26? Oh, that's a different number. Okay. Sorry, guys. I dialed the wrong number. You already spoke to Zukisani. We need to speak to Uncle P, ready for a convo. 072 574. Can't believe you guys are watching me trying to call somebody. 33. Okay, so we've got another person. I have some topic we can engage on. Okay, I will give you a call just now. We're going to Pokwane using a company number. Let's give you a call. Oh, I love your profile picture. You definitely in support of South Africa. Brother man.
Uncle P.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You are now live on YouTube Live. Talk to us, Queen.
Bro, did you just call out my number?
No, I didn't. I promise I didn't say all the numbers. I said some of them.
Okay, no,
look, let's put it this way. If you're not married, you might just find your future husband. And if you are, well, your relationship is about to be tested.
Listen, let me keep it short. I just wanna make a point about the ANC and the ANC 2.0, the EFF, and why they cannot afford to let foreigners go. But before I say that, I just want to say I've been watching a lot of content from the UK and from Black Americans, or they call themselves FBAs.
FBAs, yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of their content, and it's like we are living in a simulation. Like everything that we're going through, they're going through.
Facts.
And when Nigerians approach them and talk to them and communicate with them, they are using the same language, like the same insults. It's like they have a script. So it's weird. I don't know what's going on, but
you know what's the worst part for Black Americans is the fact that the so-called Americans, if you know what I mean, Americans, tell Black Americans that they don't belong in America. Now imagine fighting for your country against your fellow African brothers who are telling you that, oh, technically you're not even from here, so we are all the same, but if you had to deport an American, where would you deport them in Africa? It's literally, Black Americans are like Afrikaners, you know?
Yeah.
Their lineage is so far gone, they can no longer track back their Africanism.
Yeah.
And that is what is going to happen here. You know, like, okay, so in America, they got Obama. It's fine. You know, he did what he did. He's out. They got Donald Trump. You? Yeah. Now, imagine here in South Africa, we go Chukwu Mokwo Obukwe Aiki. Because that child was born a Algerian, out of a Nigerian father, South African woman. That child grew up, married a Nigerian woman. They had a Nigerian child who is a South African citizen because the father is Algerian, the mother is Nigerian, but got citizenship through the father. And then let's say we carry this to a couple of generations from now. Do you see that South Africa starts being led and run by somebody who's not even an indigenous of South Africa?
Yeah.
You know, I completely forgot we are live streaming. I thought this was like a private conversation. I picked my nose.
But listen, the ANC.
Yes.
The ANC and the EFF, these people, it's going to be hard for us to get them to deport illegal immigrants because what I've seen, when you look at our Black population in South Africa, we don't have a lot of Black people who are voting for the ANC. Most people, the ANC is a liberation party. That's all they have on Black South Africans. The fact that they claim to have liberated us from apartheid, that's all they have to offer Black South Africans. They don't have anything else to offer.
Now that Black South Africans are over it, they are trying to get their adopted children to keep them in power.
Yeah, they don't have anything else to offer us. They don't want to run this country. They don't want to do any work. That's why there's always a celebration, a liberation celebration every month. There's an event for ANC. They're celebrating the past.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we should forget about the past, but I'm saying that there are people who want to do the work. People want to govern this country. They want to run this country. People like Action SA. And I'm saying the ANC don't have the numbers. The AFF don't have the numbers. They need illegal immigrants here to vote for them because there's not enough Black South Africans who are 55 and below or 18 to 55 who are voting for the ANC. They don't have the numbers.
But now this is my thing. So if you follow my content, you know that I've done a few content where I've mentioned that there's more than 20, 25, 30 million foreigners in South Africa. Now, the last election had 27 million people that voted in the last election. How many of those do you think were South African votes? Because in reality, one of the conceptions that is put out there is that South Africans don't register to vote. Most people didn't even know that the registration for voting was happening this time around, where they needed to extend it because the EFF had fought for it because their adopted babies had not registered to vote. Now, let's assume that South Africans do register to vote. Do you realize that they are competing with a large number of foreigners on top of that?
Yeah, there's not enough of us.
That's literally what I've realized. I've realized that the ANC, from the moment they got power, this strategy of culture contamination against South Africans started immediately. And I don't think there's that many South Africans in the country to ever topple ANC out of power. Now, my question then becomes, if that is the case, what is the solution? Because we can't keep talking in circles.
I don't know what the solution is. I don't think anyone knows. We have to keep fighting. It's gonna be a long fight. This thing of march and march and them marching every Thursday, they need to be prepared to do that for 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're ready for that.
Can I be honest with you? Unfortunately, this was supposed to be a South African thing. It wasn't supposed to be March and March. But eventually we have to feed our kids. We have to pay our bills. And like you said, like the other lady said, the consequences for what we are doing, we will start feeling it. You know, the taxi drivers won't have customers. Our businesses will have less customers. Obviously, products will drop in price and everything else will drop in price because the demand won't be that high. So petrol will drop. For some reason, I have so much hope that if really, you know, these jobs, we know the jobs that these people, they take, the cleaning, the gardening, the factory jobs, you know, if honestly March and March successfully manages to get rid of illegal immigrants, and then the legal ones are regulated in a way that they are paying their taxes and everything else, I honestly think South Africa comes up on top, eh?
Yeah.
And it all starts with the Constitution. I think, that Constitution,
I don't see us winning that fight of changing the Constitution. But the most important thing, as you always say, we need to keep going. We shouldn't stop. We need to keep fighting. Even if we lose this one, we'll know that we fought a good fight. But people have kids, and you know, we need to think about the future of our kids, those who have kids. And yeah, I mean, South Africa there's a lot going on right now. So I think we need to, all of us need to fight. Yeah, that's all I want to say.
I totally appreciate you. Please continue to support the channel. You know, it inspires and motivates. Uncle P, thank you so very much for calling through. I'm going to do this more often. Like I said, guys, I'm not interested in doing live streams on TikTok. TikTok is dramatic. Since we have found a way to be able to do it where you guys can call in, I think we're going to keep this system where I'm going to be calling you guys. You guys can text in, and then you just let me know that you want to be called, and then I'm going to obviously call you. I'm going to have a better way of doing it next time, okay? This was a rush. So we're going to call our next individual. Guys, please just respect people's numbers. If I make a mistake and I say it here, don't be weird. Nigerians and foreigners that are watching with bad intentions, please behave. We are people's children. Uncle P, ready to add? Okay, hold on. Already, okay. 18. Oh, sorry, I forgot one number. There you go. 18, 17. Okay, Kutwano Legal. I'm calling you next. I'm not sure if this is the same person, but this should be a different person.
Hey, Uncle P.
Queen, how you doing?
I'm well, thanks. Can't complain.
You can, but the question is, who's listening?
Exactly.
The floor is yours. Shoot.
I think the major thing that I'd like to discuss, and I think we need to start speaking about as a majority, is how the middle class and the working class are being subsidized by those that are downtrodden. By that I mean that you find those like professionals, you find people who are working maybe at banks and, you know, doing well for themselves. While we might be affected by the illegal immigration, we actually don't act. We sit on our couches, we text, or we make comments on YouTubes and X's, or I don't know, still called tweets, but we don't take it to the streets, right? And that is a big problem because we are the major contributors to the fiscus. We are the people that contribute our taxes. South Africa is highly taxed. And those that are being highly taxed we just have conversations about illegal immigration. We don't go out, we don't join the marches, we don't mobilize, we don't get active. And that is a big problem, because if you can't hurt someone physically, and I'm not advocating for violence, you hurt them in their pocket.
Facts.
And we are the people who go to restaurants. We need to make life for illegal immigrants very uncomfortable.
Thank you. I totally agree with you.
We need to get to places where when I'm being served by potentially a Zimbabwean at a restaurant, the question should be, is there no Zulu or Tswana or whatever South African that can hold that position? Because in my understanding, immigrants can't come here to sell tomatoes, can't come here to be in the informal sectors. When I was younger, being a waitress was something that was reserved for like when we were in varsity.
Dude,
or even,
listen, Queen, listen. I keep telling people this because I studied in South Africa. Literally, if you were matric, you wanted to take a gap year, you knew you were guaranteed a restaurant job. Even if you didn't want to take a gap year, you were in uni and you wanted a part-time job, all of us worked in restaurants. It was never a full-time thing.
It was restaurants or casuals in shops, folding t-shirts and whatever. But now, because our economy is not growing, these jobs that were for casuals are now a living income for most people. And you'll find it being taken up by illegal immigrants or even immigrants generally.
Yeah.
Immigrants need to come to the country to contribute with some sort of skill.
Yeah, true.
For example, I would love to go to the US, but I need to be able to contribute something. Do you know what I mean? And South Africa should also be holding itself.
Well, technically, you can go there, work at McDonald's, and show them how to properly serve. I mean, I've been there. Those people can't serve for shit, bro.
Have a skill. Have a skill. Have a skill. And the point that I was making is that the middle class needs to also find a way of applying pressure.
True.
Our ways of applying pressure need to be by voting with our pockets or where we spend our money. If we see an institution that is continuing to favor immigrants over South Africans, that is not where we should direct our money. That is not where we should direct our hard-earned.
Can I be honest with you, mamas? Because most people know me and they know my channel. You know, when I walk into some restaurants now, don't even accept me. But because of the law, you can't just reject me from entering your property if I didn't do anything. But most of them panic because literally I refuse to be served by a foreigner. And this has nothing to do with nothing. For me, I live by the code, you know, like I have properties where people rent. And when a foreigner comes to rent, my question is, why are you renting in this area? You know, oh, I've got a job around here, so I need to stay close by. What job are you working? Oh, Lord. You know, this lady looked at me like I was crazy. Like, excuse me, what does it matter? I'm like, no, you're a foreigner doing a job you're not supposed to be doing and then renting by my property. Do you know who I am and what I stand for? You know, and I think it's hard because we are so surrounded by foreigners. We are so dependent on them that we don't want to take that risk that, you know what, a South African tenant will show up eventually. Look at me now. In my current, right now, as I'm speaking to you, I've got 4 cottages in my property and they're all South African tenants. One of them even posted on his status, oh, I haven't had a quota in a very long time. I went to buy my quota. We chilled, we were eating a quota. We were sharing that moment of when we were in high school, how you would cut the bunny chow, you know. We share the same similar mentality, the same experiences, because I personally was able to integrate myself into the South African society. But you can't do this with a lot of foreigners. When you meet a foreigner, 9 out of 10 times, you need to adjust to them. The Nigerian suddenly wants to feed you their food, you know, you want to teach you something. They never want to learn from South Africa. Instead, they want to teach South Africans. And I think that is the big issue. South Africans, like she said, guys, enough is enough. You guys literally need to feel that pain a little bit. And a lot of you won't even feel the pain. Let's be honest. A lot of people won't feel this pain. Stop going to restaurants. If the waiter is a foreigner, refuse. If they say, no, but she's legal, show me the person's ID. If the person has an ID, thank you very much, serve me.
Yes. And Uncle P, you also touched on a very important part of migration. When you speak of that foreigners want to marry each other in a foreign land, the reason for going to a foreign land is to find better prospects, right?
Yeah.
You can't be wanting to import your culture, your tradition, and so on into someone else's land.
Facts.
It is important to understand that you are being accommodated. And when you are being accommodated, there's a certain level of assimilation that needs to happen. Because you are inadvertently admitting to the fact that these people are, in one way or another, I don't want to say superior, but they've done something that you were not able to do.
Yeah.
That is why you want to be in their land. So if I want to go to the land of milk and honey, or there's a great saying that when you are in Rome, you need to do as the Romans.
The Romans do.
And I think that people don't understand about why South Africans love you so much, Uncle P. We understand you are Angolan, right? And you are proudly Angolan. You're not a sellout. You're not trying to be South African. You let us know where you are from. But equally, you don't ostracize South Africans in their land, which is what other foreigners do. You can't come here and, for example, tell me about my sisters. Say you just buy a South African in Savannah and then you sleep with that woman. South African women are like this and like that. Do you think that's going to make me like you?
Like, what are you even saying? Like, you are insult. Like, the fact that I rewarded your kindness. The fact that I rewarded your, you know what? There's an episode I did, and I say that South African women are not cheap. They don't know how to reward kindness. So, as a woman, you were taught that when a man is rewarding you, the only way you can reward a man is with yourself. So, and what these foreigners don't do, they don't tell you the foundation of how it started. That the fact that they courted you first, they told you they like you, they told you they want to date you, then they bought you the Streetwise 2 and the Savannah. Then you were like, I believe what you are saying, I trust in what you are saying, here's my body. Then you use them.
But still, as a South African woman, you might be speaking about, you might not be speaking about me.
Yeah.
But you speak about South African women in general. That also offends me. When you speak about South African men as a foreign guy and you undermine them and disrespect them, you speak about my brother or my father or my uncle. That alienates me towards you.
Facts.
And it's only a stupid South African woman who would condone someone insulting their brother, father, uncle,
Facts.
or sister and cousin or whatever. And equally, I would not be able to insult a Nigerian woman and think that a Nigerian man will have a soft spot for me. It doesn't work like that. We need to respect each other. And the South African kindness has been mistaken for foolishness.
Yes, true.
We have Ubuntu. And we've gotten to a point where actually, Agnime once, and that's where we are.
Sankara.
That's all. That's my contribution.
Sankara, mamas, I appreciate you.
For going on for so long.
No. Please, no. Listen, hey, when it comes to YouTube, you are more than free. I'm gonna make it more professional. There's a device that I need to buy so that you guys can start calling in and all that. Look, like I said, for me, this is not just content. This is literally trying to bring South Africans together so we can be like-minded. Even foreigners, that believe, because reality is this. In order to have a united Africa, okay, literally, we need to unite as individuals in our countries. The Angolans need to unite, every single culture, whether it's Christianity or Muslim or what, everyone needs to unite. After they fight their government and take over the way Burkina Faso has done and everything else. Because migration does not make any sense. How are you telling me you are migrating yet your country will get better? It won't. It won't.
Who's going to stand there and fight in your place?
Exactly.
And another thing, Uncle P, and this is probably my last point. I always make the point, I'm a Pan-Africanist, proudly so, right? But the problem with Pan-Africanism is that we are all armchair Pan-Africanist.
Yeah.
No one wants to be a Pan-Africanist standing up for the truth and fighting, because if we were proper Pan-Africanist, we would take Nigeria to task and say, Nigeria, you have oil. You are part of OPEC. You should be the Dubai of Africa. Why is that not the case? How can we have a proper one Africa when you are not able to manage yourself?
Yes.
The borders on our continent, right? I always use the analogy of a steak.
Yeah.
Right? When you go to a restaurant and order a steak, you don't take the whole steak and put it in your mouth and swallow it, right? You bite it.
Facts.
And you chew it and then swallow. So the borders are like little bites into a steak. That those bites allow us to manage the different land masses and land parcels on the continent. If we cannot do that, if we cannot manage individual countries, how can we manage one whole huge steak? It's not going to happen.
Very true.
It's
very
not
true.
Going to happen.
Very true.
So
look, there's no way. Sorry, go ahead.
That's it.
Go ahead. Sorry, you said that last part?
I'm saying when we are armchair Pan-Africanists, we are talking of ideologies and niceties and not thinking about it practically and pragmatically. Pragmatically is, if we want to be Pan-Africanists, hold leaders accountable.
Thank you.
How many atrocities must happen on the continent for us to call each other out? And our leaders must do that. And we must be able to stand in solidarity with each other as citizens in our different countries.
Totally agree. Mamas, I appreciate you very much for your submission this evening. Guys, I love you. I really do. South Africans, South Africa, Africa, I love you. I preach unity. Indirectly, I do preach unity. It's just that you guys wanted unity to be in South Africa. And Mina said no. And if you're going to be in South Africa, like we keep saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Simple. I promise you guys, South Africans would have not been chasing anyone out of their country had we respected them and followed their rules. But clearly, we came here, we found out the rules that are in South Africa benefits foreigners more because the people who created it were foreigners. Well, the indigenous and the owners of the country have spoken. One thing I can assure you, there is no way that we will be able to eliminate every single South Africa in this country. That will never happen. And if that is the mission, then carry shame, because your children will always know that they are from Nigeria, that they are from Angola, that they are from Zimbabwe, that they are from Congo, but they do not know their country because their fathers were cowards, ran to South Africa for greener pastures. That will be the history that will be told about Africa. So the choice is yours in the end of the day, guys, to decide whether this is how you want to be remembered. Do you want to be remembered as cowards, or do you want to be remembered as patriots that fought for your country? I mean, Burkina Faso is around the corner. It's setting an example for you. Burkina Faso is around the corner, setting an example for you. Mali, Niger. Now keep in mind, you are coming all the way from the north to the south for greener pastures. You are leaving Africa, going to a completely different continent for greener pastures. And now they are sending you back home because they're telling you that you are uncivilized, you have no manners. But yet you are not choosing to go to your country and fight your president and your leaders. This lady just gave me hope. I thought, facts. Anybody that heard her speak, she definitely, even myself, that's why I kept quiet. I could listen to her the whole night. Like she's amazing. Guys, I love you guys. We are quite a lot of people on the stream. Normally, hi Uncle P, much love and respect. Keep going. When are you going live again? Guys, what I'm gonna try to do is go live more often every single Friday. I want to start going live so we can cover up all the topics that we had spoken about throughout the week. This whole Algerian topic really bothered me a lot, because I realized the depth in which the culture contamination is. That there is a chance that even me, I've got daughters. Imagine my daughter marries a Algerian because you do not know, because his name is Tabang Kosinati Zuma. And then later on, you find out, oh no, my great-great-grandfather was Nigerian. Yeah. Now you got a big head as part of the family. Wow. Guys, no, it's fine. Me, I'm okay. I want my babies to have average heads. Average heads, speak normal. Yeah, guys, listen, I really love you guys a lot. And what time on Friday are you still gonna announce? Guys, I'm thinking let's do every Friday, 9 p.m. It just makes sense for me, especially on the weeks that I have my kids. My kids sleep at 7:30, or Fridays, they're usually allowed to sleep late. So maybe I'll put them to bed at 8:30, then I can come and have a stream with you guys. But yeah, I want to make this a more often thing so we can discuss the topics that I am. Peace out. 4th Street needs you. Hey guys, listen, 4th Street is calling. This apple juice is finished, so another apple juice is calling. I appreciate you guys. Guys, quick question for those of you that are watching. Now, you guys are expecting a show tomorrow morning. That show is 7. It's almost an hour to edit. So I'm gonna try my best to still record and edit and bring you guys a show in the morning. But if I fail to bring you guys a show in the morning, I promise you guys during the day, sometime during the day, you guys are going to get the show. The show has to do with Thabo Mbeki. I actually want to put it here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the cover. So this is the cover. So the cover, okay, you can't really see the whole cover. You're supposed to be able to see all of it. So it's got Thabo Mbeki wearing a South African t-shirt, Thabo Mbeki wearing a Zimbabwean t-shirt, Thabo Mbeki, this is Fikile Mbulula wearing a Ghana t-shirt, a Malawi t-shirt, and then a Nigerian t-shirt. So it's basically speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. How these individuals know the truth about what is happening in South Africa, but they are hiding it. Yeah, so this is going to be the topic that I'll be talking about next. And guys, please, I know it's hectic, but our queen, guys, go support March and March, support Jacinta. Baby girl cannot be sleeping easy, guys. South Africa needs to unite. Needs to unite as one and support each other. And guys, I want to say thank you very much for all the love and the support. This girl, Chidima, South Africa, listen, the government has exposed, just through this girl, the government has proven us that you can come in and out of South Africa as you wish and stay in this country and get bail. We don't even know if she got bail, and do whatever you want. So please, let's keep an eye on this. If Chidima does not ever spend at least a year or 2 in jail, then we know that this government was never there for us. So guys, I know that you guys are currently watching this. It's all a game. And obviously we speak about Chidima also still being in the country and all that. Show from Queenstown. They are evil. Yeah, I know they definitely are. So yeah, man, guys. So this is basically what we're going to be doing from now on. We're going to be hosting live stream. We're going to be talking about different topics. I'm going to have it more organized. We're going to have different type of topics that we're going to be discussing and breaking it down. And then obviously from there on, and I want to keep the live stream strictly 2 hours. If we go any longer, we're obviously going to go as long as 3 hours at max. Okay, guys, I love you all. I thank you all for the support. Please don't forget to like, share, brew, subscribe, what, donate. Of it, Shaf Kunjad. I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Much love. I apologize to my TikTok people. It crashed. I'm going to get another phone specifically for TikTok. This one here is for my YouTube channel people. They pay for this content, so I had to prioritize my YouTube channel, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I always say, if you love the truth, this is the channel to subscribe to. I'm your boy Uncle P, and I shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers. Ozokunyatela madimoni eletina.